Hello everybody, this is attorney Shah Peerally and we're going to discuss of course about the possibilities that we think be will be coming hopefully on the October visa 2016 visa bulletin. As you know, this is the August 2016 visa bulletin, and to our surprise, we had this retrogression and the EB1, and family status didn't really move a lot, and it's kind of really frustrating to a lot of people. And it's still January 2001, although the acceptance date is earlier, on May 2004. But looking at the employment base EB1, India retrogressed in August 2000 to 2010, January, and other countries for EB2 retrogressed to 2014, February. And if you now, when we looked at the September one, no great movement forward except few months for India, and nothing changed on the family base. And India and China still retrogress on EB1. So what do we expect for October 2016? Well, we are putting a lot of hope, by the way, on the October 2016. For one reason, it is a new fiscal year, and if you remember, last time the new rules in 2015, where they have this acceptance date and the processing date, like you have the visa bulletin now divided in two. It started in October on the new fiscal year. So what do we expect for the new fiscal year? So this is again, this is attorney Shah Peerally from the Shah Peerally Law Group. As you can see on the screen, this is our website, and we update it on a regular basis. And we are thinking, this is what I am expecting. I'm expecting a little movement on EB1, maybe a couple of years up to 2012, maybe even 2013, or if you are very lucky, it will go back to current, hopefully. I am hoping on that because it seems like the EB1 application, especially EB1C, is going on a trend of basically downward, because of the fact that many people are seeing it not really as a window in the tunnel. And as you know, there was a very good article on CNN published, and I think people are really so let me try to find this article. And basically it was in CNN Money, and okay, I'm trying to find the article, but the article was written by Sarah O'Brien. If you Google it, it should come there. And eventually there are many things that are possible on this October 2016 visa bulletin. But one of the things which we believe might happen, because it's the new fiscal year, and because they're starting to have pressure from companies, especially on the EB1, which is backlog now. As you know, EB1 are three categories: EB1A, EB1B, and EB1C. EB1A are for people of extraordinary abilities. EB1B are for researchers, outstanding researchers, scientists, and professors. And EB1C are the intra-transferee managers and executives. And these are the ones that really kind of unfortunately, pull down the category. But fortunately also, it is a very good way for companies to actually retain their employees. As you know, it's very important for people ask the question why they should get a green card. It's very important that people get a green card. Otherwise, the talents, those who have learned and who have developed or working on projects that are really going to be the next, for example, Google or Facebook, will be having a chilling effect to do this inside the United States. They might still do it in their home country, but then two things might happen. For number one, it might stay only for the property of their own country, and number two, it might also be they might not have the infrastructure to really think well, because they don't feel the need to really excel like they do here in the Silicon Valley, for example. So people have to know why this EB1 exists. There is a purpose for that. There is a need for people who are really of extraordinary abilities or outstanding professors and researchers. If you look at those big organizations out there, and I'm not going to name them, but you will see many people out there are immigrants, including high executives. So it is on the government to really make a difference and make sure that this is distributed fairly, because there are not that many applications. It won't affect the U.S. economy negatively to have those people here, because there are very few of them. They are like the 5%, maybe 1% of the people of the world, which is not a big thing if you take them in, because they will be creating jobs. There's no question about that. And even people who are anti-immigration cannot really deny that. So now the question is, what do we expect again? Let's take one by one. I'm going to go over what will be basically the processing date. That means the date that really the green card will be issued. If you look at the big issue people are worried about is the F4, because of children, etc. That especially for India and China, I don't see a possible big movement, maybe a few months, if there's any movement. As for the processing dates, it's probably going to be the same. It will stay, but it doesn't make a big difference really when it comes to F4, for example, because the F4 is people are waiting outside. So just because they pick up the paper, the question is that does it lock the children under the Child Status Protection Act? That's still to be determined, but I think it might be, but we're still looking into that. So I don't have an answer yet completely clear. As for the EB1, since the EB1, EB2, EB3, EB categories, the employment base, since the people are mostly here, example on H1, H4, L1, or O visa, it is important that they get this thing done properly, and they might be able to. The good news is that if you look at the acceptance time, it's current, so they can still fight for the adjustment of status and wait, which is very, very important. Now, if you look at EB2, it has not moved basically for China and India in the past 1 year on the processing time. Although originally it went to 2011, remember, and then there was the State Department backed off and they put it to 2009. This is kind of sad. But what I'm thinking, maybe this October we are going to see a movement on this processing time forward, going to up to 2011, because at this point I think all the 2009 are pretty much cleared in terms of acceptance. Remember, acceptance doesn't mean they're issuing the green card. They will only accept your I-485, for example, and give you an EAD, which is attached to that. So there is a chance they can move that, and actually they can move that without really affecting anything. Only thing they will be helping is people to stay here, and I think the government should consider moving forward. And there is a chance, and maybe I'm wrong, and I'm pretty good lately on this visa bulletin, but we might see 2011 or 2016. Yes, not 16, but 2030. But again, these are just speculations. And as for EB4, it's still current here, but if you look at it here, we are talking about a backlog too for India. So we need to really kind of appreciate and know what is going to happen next. 2010 EB1, hopefully it will move backward, it will move forward, hopefully at one point, because it always fluctuates. But we have to be honest, there are a lot more applications coming from India now than any time in the past before those past 5 years. So it has to be, the system has to absorb it. But now there is a better solution. Of course, Congress can come up. Hopefully, the elections are toning down. It seems even both sides are kind of saying they will give something to the immigrants. So we are hoping at least they will consider the legal immigrants, because there's such a push for other areas that they forget about the legal immigrants. As much as I would like to see also all the people who are living here getting something, at least a work permit. I also would like to see that there is something done for the legal immigrants. I mean, basically, well, not to call the others illegal, because they're not. The truth is, we need to be fair, and hopefully the government will hear us and will make the change. And the next visa bulletin in October is going to be very decisive, because it's a new fiscal year, so watch out for that. Good luck to all of you. If you need help on any of your employment base or family immigration, feel free to call us at 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. As you can see here, you can email us, and the website is Peerally Law, peerallylaw.com. I wish all of you best of luck, and anything I'm telling you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any question. Thank you.